and Overstreet now being brought into the fight too because of it.
Yeah, I think they started battling. I think that obviously we've talked about that is now that they're side by side, they're just making a bigger hole. Overstreet's able to just pick that up. They need to be single file. Yep, we see Simpson sliding back in into fourth place. They need to be single file going through these corners. Otherwise, they're just losing tons of time to the cars in front. But Kabanka's still dropping off. He's now 1.8 behind Allison Greeny. Oh,
Oh no,
Stevie
that's
Ray.
Ray.
He's going to get that car turned around and get it going again.
What?
And
So,
there
so
goes
there goes.
Lori.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a change for third.
There go-
After saying he looked comfortable there.
Yep.
Well, it's
Coming into the
uneventful.
it's that inside curve there in it's at turn 8. Going on to the back straights. Just another one of those little tricky corners. Curbs will mess you
Oh,
up.
Charles,
Oh, here we go.
Kabanka's lost a whole shot, loads
Yep.
of time. Look at this. I think he's massive. Well, like we suspected,
Yeah.
he's massively underfueled. And right now, he's fuel saving for his life. They're all queuing up behind him. Lynn, Overstreet, Simpson. Who's going to just take it from him and storm past on board with Lynn? Kabanka in front, Overstreet behind. And Lynn is so confident that so early on he pulls to the left side of the track. There's a free wide ahead of them as well. It's all happening here. That's all over 19th place. That's Frey, Bottas, Gordon, Green right now, scrapping away. That sounds like it's.
Oh, he's out. He's
Yeah.
out. That's what it
Oh,
sounds
well,
like.
he sounded like he was stuttering and just clutch in and bumbling along.
Maybe
Oh.
he's still trying to fuel save just to try and stay in the top 5 to get as many points as he can. So maybe he's really just kind of just lifting it down the backstretch to save as much fuel as possible. Oh,
Lifting
no,
coast there, coming onto
I
the
think
white
it's all.
flag.
I don't see the lights on the dash anymore.
I think he's actually maybe physically turning the car off, Charles.
Maybe he may be just to try and just get this last lap done.
Wow, drama right to the very end here. Now it goes a freeway fight over the last 2 places on the podium. Alessandrini will walk away with this one. Who gets it? Lynn, Overstreet, Simpson. As I said, it's 2 podium places. 3 drivers in with a shout. They've got a massive battle in front of them too. That Gouldfrey and Green and Bottas battle, but I don't think they'll catch them. Lynn pulling away in these closing stages. Overstreet out wide. That's how hard she's pushing. But here we go, Charles. Down the back straight for the final time.
Yeah, and I was gonna say they are gaining on Alessandrini, but obviously I don't think it's enough. But it's within, they're 2.5 seconds back.
Well, that's why Alessandrini just staying out of this fight in front of him. You can see what's happening. It's all kicking off in front of him. And he's got time to absorb it. He doesn't want to get caught up in any form of an incident, as much as it is slowing him up dramatically. Well, the 3 behind, they remain as they are, but Alessandrini is going to take the race win in round 11 here from Road Atlanta in the Formula Ford Weekend Warriors. Lynn and Overstreet second and third. And something happened to Simpson because he's dropped behind Ball and Kabanka.
I think he's out too. He is, yeah, he's out of fuel also.
Wow. He must have gone. I didn't look when we crossed the line, Charles. I mean, looking at the time now, it would have been incredibly close to going one more lap, and I think that's what's called a few of the drivers out here today.
I think you're right. And yeah, I think I heard Simpson come over the radio saying, "Can I not get my fuel right?" And so definitely misjudged it just a bit. It looks like from his time he had he had enough, but apparently not. But yeah, then that traffic at the end just made that finish a lot closer than we expected to be. You had 3 cars within a second. So the podium finishers within 1 second on track.
Here comes Paul Stevens. So this is with himself and Stainer. They've only been scrapped for quite a while now. But Stainer's going to hold out for that one. Alan Degas is taking a victory in Masters, and Harris winning Spec 2.
Oh, I think that's the.
They're still racing as well.
They're still racing.
Of course, they crossed the line, Charles, didn't they? Just before the leaders did.
He
But
did.
before Alessandrini did, because Alessandrini was sat behind all this lot, just trying to keep out the way. And going to limp his car home. Ryan Frey to hold off Bottas, or is he at the line?
Oh,
Wow. Wow, that was close.
oh,
He did by
I
a tenth.
yeah, I think there's some hurt feelings along with some hurt cars there, but luckily the everything can be repaired, so they'll come back, I'm sure, next week, and it'll be just that more fun, more interesting. But hey, hats off to Tim Stano, starting in the back, finishing on the podium for his class, 21 positions gained during the course of the race.
Wow. That is an astonishing result for the American, isn't it? It's absolutely... It goes to show, doesn't it? Anything can happen in these races, and quite often anything does. Alessandrini taking the victory. I mean, it looks close, but that does not tell the story, really, of just how dominating it was for him. Yangji Lin in second, Overstreet third, then it's Ball, Kabanka, Simpson. Degassi is seventh for your winner in Masters, Leone. Harris, your winner in Spec 2. Ninth, running out top 10 is second place in Masters, Murakami. McCall 11th. Laurie getting himself onto the podium after the mistake late on from Stevie Ray in Masters, 12th and 13th respectively for those two. Montgomery and Steno, second and third in Spec 2, 14th and 15th overall. Then Stevens, Warburg, Green in the end, just not what he would have hoped for. What did he finish? Down 15 spots. Bradford Gould, 19th, of Ryan Frey squeezing himself right at the depth there inside the top 20. Bottas in the end having himself for 21st, only a 10th at the line between those two. There's Bradshaw, Cantor. Cantor being the first driver, one lap down. Fernandez, Saunders, Haratsky, Perry, Wishen, Marnie. Wow, big names falling out here and into the retirements pretty much, aren't we? Yes, we are. So Wishen we lost on lap 24, Marnie on lap 22, Littbacher on lap 21 for Bruges, lap 19, lap 14 for Scriven, Toms on lap 4, Race and Love on, well, just as they came across the line to start, lap 2, and on the opening lap we lost Josh Soto. Let's have a bit of a chat to some of our drivers. First up, let's have a chat to our race winner here today, DJ Alessandrini. DJ, I mean, at the end, obviously we could see you were just trying to keep out the fight that was happening in front of you between the back markers. I was getting a bit nervous about how quick they would catch you.
I was fully willing to completely end half of that PAX race by passing them, but then I realized that they didn't have the white flag, and if I passed them, the race would have been over. So at the end, I just let a couple of them by. I would have went 4 wide against lap traffic if I needed to, but luckily I had a gap where I didn't have to do that.
And I mean, were you surprised of talking about that gap? I mean, you come out of the pits. Christian Kabanka's got a massive lead on you, and we saw you overshoot your pit box. Did you think maybe it's not going to be my day?
I figured I had pace to chase him down. I joined with 6 minutes to go in quali and got the second lap in with no draft and was sitting like 6th or whatever. So I was pretty confident that with warm tires and a couple more laps at the track that I wouldn't have an issue chasing him down. And I would say I caught him relatively quickly, and then he also seemed like he short fueled a little too much. I kind of had a feeling that was the case, because I was like, I fuel saved a lot in the beginning of that race, probably like a second of lap time worth each lap. And I know I bumbled my pit stop a little bit just because I thought it would stop sooner, but it definitely did not. And I knew that I was going to have to take less fuel than him. So when he pulled away that much sooner, I was like, all right, he's short on fuel. There's no way.
Well, it all works out. A treat for you at the end. You're winning here today from round 11, DJ Alessandrini. Charles, understand you're standing by with Megan Overstreet.
Yeah, I am. Megan, P3 overall. Was a lot closer at the end than we expected to be. But talk about your race a little bit. I mean, you basically were in that second pack and just kind of hanging in there. Were you doing fuel saving, or were you just trying to make your laps as best you could?
I was trying to make my laps as fast as possible. My pace was a little bit too slow, though, very early on. The Yangshi was a rocket, though, because he was like 5 seconds back from me after he got spun out in the next to last turn. And once I got behind him, I just tried my best to stay with him for as long as I could.
Yeah, absolutely. And you did a great job with that. So, what is it about Road Atlanta that makes all these races so exciting every time we come here?
It is a very on the limit track. You're either about to crash or you're not going fast enough. So it provides some excellent racing.
It absolutely does. I always enjoy the races when we come here. And so, congratulations on your P3.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, that is all we've got time for now from the Formula Fords. Coming up in around about an hour's time, we're back on the channel with the SRF Weekend Warriors, where we head to Sonoma for that one. That could be an interesting race, to say the least. That's for sure. But for this week, from myself, Tim Cox, Charles Michelle, and Samuli Kumo, thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you in a week's time when we head to Road America. Goodbye.